All right. So, what is this energy, Spirit? What is going on? What would you like us to see and know and understand? What is on its way to us? What is coming through? What is the message? I have this tarot deck that I absolutely love, but I never use it anymore because I don't know. I don't know why. But it was my very first deck, sort of. I was gifted it by my high priestess. It resonated with me so well, and then there was a card missing, so it broke the magic of it, right? Or that's sort of what I believed. And then I got the exact same deck, and I basically tried to mix them so I could keep that magic. I don't know if that was appropriate or not. You know, I'm still a baby witch at times. But the high priestess and the Jack of Wands. So the Prince of Wands, Princess, Jack, Knight. I can't remember. Anyway, this deck I still love. It's very powerful. I love all. Sorry about the nudity, if there is any. But I mean, if someone wants this deck, wants me to send it to them, because a gifted deck is the most powerful. If you gift a deck, it's special. It's more special. And then if you want to send me a deck, there you go. However, let's just see what comes out and what I see. I'm just gonna use my intuition with this one. I'm not gonna overly decipher all the perfect meanings of it. I'm just gonna go with my gut. Be different. That's what I'm hearing. Alright. Guides, ancestors. Loveline Magic, what would you like us to know? The moon. So, the moon can represent, funny enough, the full moon just happened. It can represent like your emotions, being inside your mind, I want to say a bit. But some people see it as a negative. I see it as your connection to the universe, to her secrets. I think the moon holds a lot of wisdom. And right now is the perfect time to just sit underneath the moon energy. I kept my curtains open all night so the moon would glow on through me while I slept. I believe that she, like yin and yang, right? That's probably why they consider it the negative side of the sun, but it's not. It's like we need the light and dark. Without the moon and the dark, there would be no stars, which is what we are. So it's like almost like a spirit guide in a sense that she is there to communicate with you and your soul and try to give you some wisdom, some encouragement, some answers. Like if you just sit under the moon and ask a few questions, nothing too complicated, and just listen to yourself, she will deliver some answers. There's two wolves in perfect balance. So again, that could be like your shadow. You need to listen to your shadow as well as your light side, because we need to have balance. We need to be able to create. We need to be able to have both in order to create and to be who we are. So either talk to the moon or connect with your shadow. Maybe do some shadow work. Mindful shadow work. Oh, wow. And I've been having this horrible muscle pain for a long time now. It literally says, how muscle pain is a doorway into the shadow. The body is a a multilingual being. It speaks through its color and its temperature, the flush of recognition, the glow of love, the ash of pain, the heat of arousal, the coldness of non-conviction. It speaks through the leaping of the heart, the falling of the spirits, the pit at the center, and rising hope. Clarissa Pinkola Este. If you're like most people, you likely experience pesky areas of recurring pain in your body that don't go away or dissolve that easily. For instance, I tend to get chronically tight neck, shoulder, and occasional flare-ups of knee pain. Literally, my whole neck, all the way underneath my shoulder blade, has been really acting up. I've put on tons of fucking ointment cream and whatnot. The most strong fucking A535 bullshit. The only thing that I enjoy of it is that it smells like that delicious mints that you would always get at your grandparents. So, memory of smell is very powerful and important. So, I'm figuring it out. And I know that when this happens, there's almost certainly some aspects of my daily life that I'm not facing and feeling in a mindful way, right? So that could be with the moon as well. You're not in tune with something. You just need to look a little deeper. When using the body work method to explore your shadow self, tuning into areas of tension and tightness is the first place I recommend focusing on. After all, the shadow is a contraction in our consciousness, and that dense energy is often expressed through the pain we feel in our bodies. Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle mirrors these reflections, referring to the shadows buried in our tissue as the pain body. The pain body, which is the dark shadow cast by the ego, is actually afraid of the light of your consciousness. It is afraid of being found out. Its survival depends on your unconscious identification with it, as well as your unconscious fear of facing the pain that lives in you. But if you don't face it, if you don't bring the light of your consciousness into the pain, you will be forced to relive it again and again. In the following pages, we'll learn how to shine the light of our consciousness onto our buried pain, so that we don't have to keep reliving it on repeat. While I'm not a medical professional of any kind, I have noticed patterns of pain and trapped emotions that tend to arise not only in myself, but in others as well. I also can't say with absolute certainty that I am 100% correct about the following classifications, but I hope that exploring these 9 types of muscle pain and their corresponding shadows can assist you in tuning into and exploring yours. Here we go. Shoulder tension, burdens and responsibilities. When we feel weighed down by the stress of life, we tend to accumulate these feelings within our shoulders. Ever heard the expression carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? Shoulder tension seems to be intimately linked to social and emotional responsibilities, including unconsciously carrying the burden of other people's pain. As such, many people in healing and caretaking professions tend to struggle with chronic shoulder muscle tension. Neck tension, fear and repressed self-expression. Neck tension is often connected to throat chakra issues such as the inability to communicate clearly or to be your authentic self around others. Fear and anxiety are also frequently stored in this area, particularly as a physical response to danger, as the neck is a vulnerable area or to strange environments. Neck muscle tension is also related to trust issues. Upper back, grief, sorrow, and sadness. Unexpressed and unreleased sadness tends to build up within the upper back region. And as this area is close to the heart, it's also where emotions connected to heartbreak and loss are stored. For instance, if you carry your grief around regarding a loved one or your family at large, you will likely feel tense in this area. Middle back, insecurity and powerlessness. I felt that one before. Healing traditions such as reflexology link middle back pain to feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, and insecurity. If you're feeling unsupported by other people or life, you probably carry tension here. Lower back, guilt, shame, and unworthiness. Lower back issues, and I used to get that a lot too. Lower back issues often correlate with feelings of low self-worth and lack of self-acceptance. Feelings such as guilt, shame, and even sexual inadequacy or trauma can be stored here as well. Yeah, I had that a lot with a past person I was with. Stomach, and this one too. Inability to process emotions. The expression, "I can't stomach it," appropriately describes stomach muscle tension. If your stomach feels stiff or sore, you might struggle to process both negative and even positive emotions. Inner thighs, fear of vulnerability. Are you nervous and untrusting around other people? If you struggle with social anxiety, you might also have inner thigh pain. Because our legs are biologically programmed to run when we spot danger, fear towards others is often stored here. Outer thighs, frustration and impatience. How fast do you live life? The more quickly and mindlessly you live, the more likely you'll have frustrated and impatient energy stored in your outer thigh muscles. Our jobs and personal lives can also contribute greatly to muscle tension in this area. Buttocks, anger and rage. How often do you have to deal with people who are a pain in the ass? Anger and suppressed rage are often stored in the buttocks. Pay attention next time you feel your head boil. Is your bum tensing up as well? Now that you've read through this list, take a few moments to tune into your own body and scan it from head to toe. Where do you feel the most tightness and tension? What repressed emotions or disowned shadow energy may be stored in those areas? You can either use the muscle tension correspondence above to do inward exploring, or place a gentle hand over the tense area and directly ask your pain, "Why are you here?" or "What would you like to tell me?" Pay attention to any flickering images, memories, words, or other sensory information that arises in response to the question. Then record what comes up in your journal. While the list of corresponding emotions and regions may hold a lot of truth for you, I encourage you to use them as a springboard to explore what emotions are linked to your muscle tension directly. For example, tension in the middle back might mean insecurity and powerlessness according to my own definitions, but for you, that might be a totally different scenario. For example, your mid-back pain might be related to grief or anger. Be curious and simply explore. Body dialogue technique. We may forget an abuse, but the body does not. Like shock absorbers, our bodies absorb the wear and tear of emotional experiences and trauma. We may defend against it, but our bodies take the heat. And slowly, over years, the patterns of stress and trauma accumulate. Inevitably, if we do not become conscious of the shadows lodged in our muscles and cells, they begin to tell their tales. Connie Zweig and Steve Wolf. I'll keep going to the end. The body dialoguing technique builds off what you discovered in the previous activity of locating an area of tension in your body, but goes a little deeper. To engage this practice, pick a place within your body that feels sore, constricted, frail, injured, or otherwise unhappy. If your body feels totally fine right now, think back to the last time you had some kind of physical pain and use that specific area. Before you begin body dialoguing, remember that speaking with your pain is another way of speaking with your shadow, but in a somatized or physical form. You might also like to set a timer for 5 or more minutes to create a clear container for your journaling experience. To begin body dialoguing, address your journal entry to the place in your body causing you pain and ask a question, for example, "Dear neck, shoulder, back, or hips, etc. What would you like to tell me?" Other questions you may like to experiment with are, "What do you need from me? Why are you so sore? What shadow is stored within you? What can I do to make you feel better?" Feel free to create your own questions as well. Then take a slow and deep breath. Release all thoughts in your mind until there is a feeling of inner blankness. Close your eyes if it helps, and then, when you have the sense of being an empty vessel, start writing without stopping or thinking. What you're using here is a form of journaling known as the stream of consciousness technique, which can bring a lot of unconscious material to the surface. Remember that the key here is to just write like there's no tomorrow. Write whatever your mind regurgitates and spits out, no matter how bizarre, nonsensical, or ugly. Don't stop, don't edit, don't reread, just write and write and write until your timer goes off. The more automatic and thoughtless you write, the better. Once you've stopped, you may like to think of another question to ask your body, or simply end the session. Keep the conversation flowing until you're satisfied. At the end, thank your body and go back through what you've written. A lot of it will be gibberish, but some of it won't. You're bound to find some gems among the debris. Highlight or bold what makes sense, and then reflect on it and what it means for you. What did the shadow beneath your pain reveal? What insights do you now have that you didn't possess before? Take as much time as you need to process what you've discovered. Well, I'll be doing that any minute. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Creator. And again, it doesn't mean there's anything bad or wrong or scary within you. You're just trying to understand, what is it? Where does it come from? Why is it here? And once you get that knowledge, you're going to more easily be able to combat any mindsets that are making sense and are very negative. Once you understand where it comes from, it dissipates. Knowledge is power, right? And it definitely has something to do. It's with the moon. Okay, it really makes sense with the moon right now. Trying to understand your emotions, the deep ones. So even tonight, light a candle, sit with the moon, sit with some stones, hold the area, and truly ask, what is this shadow? What am I holding on to? What is my body trying to tell me? What am I not releasing? What am I afraid of? What does the universe want me to know? And again, the good, the bad, the ugly, just let it come out. Because it might feel scary to write that kind of thing, but you gotta face your fear to face the right direction. And again, what you start writing and how you end writing is always a different story. I always say, like, if you have to let go of trauma or pain or whatever, and you're trying to, from like a past, you write a letter to it, to the person, to the place, to the thing that happened to you, to yourself. And how you always start your letter is going to be completely different than how it ends, and it could even surprise you, and you're going to find your answers within that writing. Like it said, highlight certain things, underline certain words that pop out to you. Quite literally, what works for me sometimes is that I would write, and I hate spelling mistakes. So if a word that I wrote, some reason comes out spelled wrong, to me that's a word to use. So I would start writing that the words I keep misspelling or feel off or speak to me, and I'll write them all above my paper or whatever, and next thing you know, I have a completely different sentence that's telling me exactly what I needed to hear. So that's a message for someone for sure. And I hope it helps, because again, I could sit here and be like, oh my God, I've literally prayed and let go and done rituals and done shadow work and healed and keep healing, and I've been to therapy, and I've cut cords, I've cut ties, all that stuff. So you could feel a little bit of guilt or shame or whatever, really, I still have stuff to work through. But We're human. The fact that you want to work through it, the fact that you're trying to, those are just steps in general. That's all it takes. Baby steps, one step at a time. That's all it takes. One step at a time. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're holding on to something, right? You're holding on to something. So let's figure out what that is and let it go. Maybe that's the question. What are we holding on to right now? Spirit, is that the question you're trying to give to us? Or the message? What are you trying to tell us? Yeah. Hanged Man. Sorry, he has a really beautiful big dick. Hanged Man. You're just going within right now. You're trying to understand what's growing from within you, what you need to do to be expressive, to take all that pain and turn it into something beautiful. Number 30 could be significant. Aries. Funny enough, Aries relates for me because this back pain literally could also be because I was in a bike accident a few years ago with my love at the time, who was an Aries. But again, I swear to all the heavens above that I've done everything I can to let this person go. And I swear I have. I did a video a little bit ago where I allow myself to love again. I allow myself to feel, to heal, to let go. You know what I mean? So I guess just keep understanding what's going on. There's nothing wrong. Temperance, you're trying to understand. You're trying to bring balance back. And that's one gorgeous fucking angel. I believe that's me. She has some beautiful boobies. But look at those wings. Look at her throwing that water into the cups. You know? It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. That's all I can say. A drag look for sure. That's a drag look for sure. Jack of Cups. Cancer. I forget if Jack is Knight. Let me see. Nope, there's a Knight. So Jack is like Princess. No, Jack is like... I don't know. Knight, Jack, Queen, King, I want to say. So yeah, like the... I don't know. I had a booklet for it. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, before... Jack is before the Knight. So it goes 10, Jack, Knight, Queen, King. So it means distant and timid but passionate and dominating youth. Fun but unfaithful. It is melancholy and imagination united with desire to please and serve others. Reserved and happy with friends and cruel with enemies. So part of it could be that you're trying to serve others too much or please them. But again, that's not even really what resonates with me. I'm seeing like you're welcoming in source. You're bringing in understanding. You're trying to call back your power, your soul, probably from others, from wherever you're giving your energy away. There's something to do with that. Justice. You're trying to bring justice into your life, right? Like, for example, me writing my book, my story, my siblings and stuff might not, or my family might not understand from my perspective because it's the way I saw things and it's my story. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. And it doesn't mean that the way they see things or how they feel about certain things is exactly wrong. We just had different experiences. And that's just the way it is. So bring justice to that. I don't know. What else, spirit guides? Anything else? Is that the message? Oh, a flipper. The Jack of Spades. Oh, and the Three of Cups in reverse. I just want to double check the Jack of Spades. Apparently it symbolizes boldness. So be bold, be brave, take action is what I'm hearing. And the Three of Cups reverse is like self-indulgence and refuge in a dark past. It could be a quick journey, you know. It's like you're not open to something, is what I'm kind of getting. You're not open to receiving. So whether that's for me, for you, whatever, I'm not going to let it be negative. I'm going to just sit with the energies and understand them. I had Judgment in reverse when I looked at it. I know I keep looking at the book, but it's just been a long time, and I'm just going to try and sit with the energy afterwards and come through what really it's trying to say. Like, I don't... One sec. Incapacity to understand displeasure, putting things off. It's supposed to represent awakening and clarity. But you, I guess, are in the opposite of that. And again, it could just be the moon, okay? There's a lot of the time, it's just the moon is also trying to bring out those insecurities, those judgments, those fears even. These could just be fears that you have. And you need to let them go. You need to stop allowing in that kind of energy, you know? Whether it's to do with your life, someone else, your beliefs. You're in your hangman, you're still so, you know, you're trying to just find your balance. Your body is adjusting. That's okay. You're allowed to. Tell yourself, I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. Temperate or Judgment. Now, right side up. Well, thank you so much, Spirit Guides. And the Star. Thank you so much. So you can flip this around, is what I'm seeing. Nine of Pentacles, the Star, and Judgment. And then I just want to double check something. Oops. And the Two of Pentacles, because it was sliding out at me. So, sorry again. So I also saw at the bottom of the deck the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? Which literally is, it tells of an unexpected gift or the return of an old friendship. The broken pieces come together again, which is, you know. So for a slight example, if it has something to do with a past love or anything, you could be extremely fearful that it's going to come back in the way that it used to, or the way that it hurt you, and you're trying to find that balance. You're trying to contemplate it. You're trying to understand it. You're trying to combat your fears, your insecurities of it. You know, people can grow and change, but it doesn't always mean that they have, or that they're even still the right energy for you. That's something that you have to decide. I got Two of Pentacles. You know, I'm just gonna double check with the book, because to me it's beautiful. This is the whole reason I call myself the Virgo Star, is because of this gorgeous card. This is everything that I am. I am that star. That's what I truly believe. Every single time this card comes out in the deck, I know it's meant for me. We all have a card that resonates with us deeply. And if it does, you keep that card. You remember it. You notice when it comes out. And, you know, it helps with your reading. So you're just trying to step into who you are. You can flip the script and bring judgment back to you. Bring in your 11 of Pentacles. 11, right? Beautiful. 11 is like another, like my cat, his middle name is Jupiter. 11. So that could be significant for someone. And 17 is an 8. I have a lot of 8s in my birth chart. And 20 is Judgment. So 48 altogether, which is 12, which is a 3. I don't know what that would mean, but I'm just going to read from the book real quick. So, Judgment. Superior forces oblige man to reflect on himself. It is the call of freedom and life, the moment of truth, both good and bad. It reflects a moment of decisions, change for the better, reward for past efforts. It is also liberation, the resurgence of the spirit, renewal, awakening to a mystical world. Amen to that. The Star, the arcane of renovation and new possibilities, is a card of optimism and happiness, the intuition that shows us the way. Creativity, artistic inspiration, brilliant perspectives, hope, opportunities, pleasures, emotions, and achievements. Nine of Pentacles, maturity, the search for serenity and security, peaceful evolution, prediction, ascent, comfort. And that was the Nine of Pentacles, and then the two. Apparently, a Two of Pentacles has something to do with worry, but I'm just seeing, again, the 1111 version of it all. And I'm also hearing there's nothing to worry about. That's just your ego mind. There's nothing to actually worry about. Let's hope. Can we get some clarity, please, with this Two of Pentacles spirit? Thank you. We got the Ace of Spades. For clarity. This card tells us of the mind, of abstract thought, of power and aggressiveness. Bring linked to the air is related to the beneath of the spirit. The Ace of Spades is energy and struggle. Strength, success, power, prosperity, fertility. So again, I was saying it's probably just your ego, your mind, and a fear probably of trying to step into that prosperity, into that worthiness. Again, possibly someone could be coming back that is going to bring some fear because of what you've been through with them already. But, I mean, it's up to you, your choice, if you want to hear them out and see what steps come, see if, if you're going to feel this sort of way and be afraid to accept it or not, or understand if it really is worthy of you or not. Also, the sky right now looks really crazy. It's like all clouds, and literally when I was speaking earlier about seeing a vision of the light coming from the clouds. I don't know if you can see it. One sec. Not really. But you can see a bit of the cloud up there. But way up in there too is the sun. See? So the universe is shining down on you. It's bringing you into alignment, whether you're ready for it or not, I want to say, and the choices are yours. But try not to let your negative thoughts about it all take over. Have strength. Because nothing can affect you unless you allow it to. So even if someone does try and pop back in, it doesn't mean that things are just going to blow up on you. It just means that either there's a message you need to hear and it's going to help. Anything else, guys? Five of Cups again in reverse, so you just gotta trust your energy, trust your gut. If you don't feel good around a certain person or a certain place or thing, then you won't be able to create the magic, right? Magician in reverse. Then it's just not meant for you. You could still allow someone into your energy and then not allow them in, you know what I mean? Or let them try to speak whatever they want to say, but then it doesn't mean that it's meant for you. Or it doesn't mean that you have to accept it. You can still wish them well, say thanks but no thanks. Give yourself 24 hours before you respond to a random message out of the blue from them. The magician sometimes comes off as a trickster. I know that, so it could be telling you that this person is safe now, or not to judge them. They really have grown. Oh no, reversed means trickery and dark aims. Alright, well, what are you trying to tell us with the Magician and Reverse Spirit Guides? Can you give us a clear answer? Maybe it's someone trying to come back into your energy that doesn't belong. I got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Which is envy, pointless competition, indecision, consternation, and perplexity. So, envy and pointless competition. So, there could be someone trying to come through, trying to steal what you got, trying to take credit for something that isn't real. Like, maybe they're just full of false bullshit, you know? But just use your discernment. Trust that you still are the star and you're still balancing your life and you are still bringing in your 11 of Pentacles. But just be wary of any energies that are smiling at you, but they really mean something else, you know? That's basically what I'm seeing. So again, don't respond right away to any negative energies that are trying to, you know, like bring you down or make you feel bad just because, you know, you're offering to help or you're on a good path or you're writing your story and they don't get it. They're jealous of it or they're upset that they're not writing their story or facing their fears. You know what I mean? That's all that could probably mean. And, you know, if you have to block someone or at least remove them from your friend list or not follow them on Facebook just to make your energy feel cleaner and clearer and to keep yourself grounded and in balance. Focus on your wealth and your health and your wealth. Focus on the star that you are. 43 on the clock, which is a 7, which is my birth number, which is me, which is destiny. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And again, you could take the message as something scary or bad, but honestly, it's just saying use your discernment. Just be aware. Don't take the first thing that pops up. Don't trust the first person that smiles your way or tries to, you know what I mean? Because when you're glowing and shining as bright as you can, as beautiful as that is, and as much as you are calling in the right energies, there are like demon dark energies still out there trying to battle your light. Like when my coffee flung everywhere in the last read. That's exactly it. Thank you, Source. You're saying just be wary that the more you step into your truth, your power, yourself, there will be some influences attempting to disrupt that. But like when it came out in reverse, you literally can flip things around. Listen to your angels. Listen to the call. Listen to, you know, listen to the voice within. Allow your balance to come in. Even the star, she's pouring these 2 cups into the water, just like the Temperance, right? Mm-hmm. And Judgment's also a Virgo card, which is me. VirgoStar. How random. theVirgoStar. So keep being who you are. Maybe I'm gonna get some flack online, maybe some hate mail, but I'll never stop being me. I'll never, as long as I'm here and breathing and living this life, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the dramas, the not so dramas, hopefully. I believe in the light and magic within myself, and that's all I can do. I'm just here to be who I am. I'm just here to do my very best to help others believe in who they are, find their light, their love of life again. I know that. I see your soul, and I'm here to give some guidance or just some insight, perspectives in my way, not yours, things that you take from it or you don't. Like, it's your choice. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just gonna give you what I see or how I see it. All right. Is there a card that you would like to end this? Oh, the Chariot. That's also my birth card, and it's a 7. Just saying. So, going on a journey in balance, in alignment with yourself and your abundance. Is what you're doing. Keep going, and any negative influences or negative thought forms, just don't listen. Tell your ego to take a step back. Ask your shadow and your light side to be besties. Protect you, keep you grounded, keep you safe. Go meditate. Go ask the moon. And don't be afraid to step into who you are, because your gifts are yours. I'm seeing 200 there. Maybe I'll live to 200 years old. Yeah. Same. So even with this reading, me saying like, "Oh, I don't know," and reading the book every now and then, I always think, "Oh, people are gonna be like, you don't know your shit," but fuck you. Like, no offense, but I mean, I do know my shit, but I'm not a fucking dictionary. I don't remember every fucking definition all the time. I'm more about the energy, so I have to understand that even about myself and believe and know that this light source creator is shining down on me and guiding this message, right? My angels are here, my ancestors are clear, my gifts are known and present, my creations are worthy. I am who I am for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. We are all meant to be seen, loved, and heard. I call back my power, every piece of myself, my highest, greatest soul energy, my truest star power, my magic, my ancestral gifts, my future, my now. I call it all into me, through me, here and now, in this lifetime and all other lifetimes. And anything that I have no control over, I just let go and let source, let my angels take care of it for me. I can only do what I can do and be who I can be, and the rest is just extra glitter. Well, I think that was the message. And 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. I'm just gonna double check. Just in case I missed anything. I don't know. It says mistakes and failure and solitude in the face of adversity and whatever, but whatever. I don't take things negatively. I just take them as lessons. What is this Five of Pentacles supposed to be saying? Hmm. Yeah, there could just be arguments and stuff coming through. Again, could be family. But just pay it no mind. Literally. I legit, for example, my family's trying to plan this like vacation. Don't know if anyone can afford it, but we're just doing our best. And I have some family members out there that like they say no before we even get the message out. Like they just automatically are negative. They automatically just see nothing but negative, and all they act like is pretty fake. You know, the people that put it all over Instagram that they're so happy and so la la la, but in real life they're like not even close to being connected with their own soul. And then they like to project it onto others. They like to make you feel horrible. Like these people are always telling my grandmother that they don't want to share stuff with her or talk with her or whatever because they don't want a negative attitude for their decisions or the people that they're trusting or whatever. And it's like, no one in the family is trying to be negative. We just all love each other and we want everyone to step into their happiness. And it doesn't seem like you're very happy. But if you want to fake it as much as you want, but blame others, go right for it. But you don't let the bastards get you down, not even your own family. You know, I even offered to take like others, like children, on the vacation if they can't make it, kind of thing. Whatever billion excuses they want to come up with from why they can't just get together with family. And also, my grandmother is so not negative. We're just mirrors that reflect to others like the truth, and people don't want to hear it or face it, and so they just create, you know, they put it on you because you're authentic, you're truthful. See what I mean? Like roundabout coming through. Stick to yourself, stick to your path, stick to your power, stick to who you are and where you're headed, right? You keep going on that journey, you keep finding your health, wealth, happiness, your success, your soul, your star magic. Don't let any of these energies get you down. They're not meant. Just don't let it affect you. Just don't. Just be reasonable, critical, intelligent, distant, and objective. So, like I've said many times, you can still love people from afar. You don't have to be in their life. You don't have to be in their energy. You don't have to even agree with anything they say, especially if it's family. You can still wish them well, wish them love, but your negative bullshit is not coming into my energy. I protect my energy. I protect my soul. I call back my power back to me and through me. And I ask my angels and spirit guides to please let go, let source, let creator help me letting go or keeping myself balanced and grounded from all those that don't serve me and are not in alignment with me, and allow me to step into my power, my worth, my soul purpose, my destiny, my love in my way that makes sense to me, that is for the greatest good of all and the greatest good of my greatest as self, regardless of any bullshit energies out there. They are not welcome. I protect my energy. I love myself. I love who I am, no matter what. No matter what. The past is the past. I've released it. I let it go. I do not step back into those patterns, those family patterns, those dynamics, those loops that they seem to sit in and never want to leave. It is not my energy. It's not meant for me. It is released and let go and given back to Mother Gaia to please and thank you be recycled in love, light, and magic back to Gaia, Mother. I'm smelling weed, so maybe go sit and have a joint. Whatever you gotta do to just keep yourself relaxed and grounded. Weed can be a grounding tool. Meditate on it, allow it to center you, ground you, and allow your shadow to come out and express and play with you if necessary. Yeah. Alright. Well, I hope that message helped. I hope it wasn't too negative. The cards are what they are. You just gotta face those fears, face those challenges, but don't feel like you need to get involved if it doesn't align with you. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. If it's someone that you truly love and trust, if their energy is not in alignment with your energy, if you're super positive and they just aren't, let them go. If it's meant for you, it will find its way back to you in the right way. And if not, at least you have that space to stay away from it and find yourself again. Again, it could be a past relationship. It could be like a negative partner of yours, and you've like left them and you're just trying to heal and let go, but they're still trying to come in. They're telling you that they changed. They're telling you that they're different now. They're just trying to suck you back in because they don't want you to be that bright starlight that you are. Right? But that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to journey into it. You're meant to be bringing your wealth, your health again, your soul. You're meant to be who you are, not who they make you to be or want you to be, or not what they are. Fuck that. You know? Be proud of the steps you've taken, of the freedom you've gotten back, and don't let it go. Like, if you can't be who you are and be enjoying life and free to express and create and do whatever the fuck you want, without some loser trying to make you feel bad about it or guilty or ashamed or like shit, then they're not the right fucking person for you. Your person is out there somewhere else, ready to love you exactly at your strongest, most beautiful, most in alignment self. You are possible. And literally talking about my family, trying to make this vacation, and how some people just refuse to, like, what's so horrible about getting together with your family, finding 1 week out of the fucking year, putting a little bit of money aside just to do it, asking for help if you need it. But instead, no, you'd rather just say no straight away without even thinking about it. You won't even let your own children or whatever go if you're not going to go. That was like a slight, I offered to take some people in the family if they can't do it, and of course they immediately were like, no, they're my kids, and it's like, well, fine. fuck you too then. They're missing out, unfortunately, because of the mistake or the choices that you're making. You're being selfish, in my opinion, and I'm not afraid to say it, by thinking about just you, planning things right around the time that we're trying to go on vacation. Like I said, not even expressing, and you're it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to be around good energy. You don't want your own children to go enjoy family time. You'd rather them just sit with you and be a negative Nancy and miss out. And then after we have our little fun vacation time and memories and energies and with people that could be gone tomorrow, my cousin taught me, like I said, to live life and take every moment possible before it's too late. That's the energy that you're going to have to sit with for the rest of your lifetime. And that's on you, and whoever else you pulled in, even your own kids, you pulled them into that negativity. You made sure that they weren't going to go experience it because you are too afraid to experience it yourself, or you're too negative, or whatever the case, It's unfair to them and to yourself. But those choices are your own. All I can offer is what I can offer. I can't offer what you want me to offer. I can only offer what I can offer, And I'm still going to remain positive, optimistic. I'm still going to believe in the powers of the universe, the magic, my ancestors. I'm still going to follow my gut, my heart, my soul. I'm still going to love as hard and brightly as I can. You say something negative, I say something positive. You fucking this, I fucking that, whatever. I will flip that script. I will flip it. I don't give a fuck. Because I don't work in that energy anymore, bitch. And you know who I'm talking to. If you're watching this video, bitch. And I mean that in love. But you're a grown-ass adult. Figure it out. It's not up to us to, fucking hold your hand through it all. You have to take those steps if you want to be in a happy place again, and you want to be around loving family and people, and you want your own children to experience that too. Just because when maybe you were a child, you didn't feel like you got any of that, that wasn't your fault. But the choices you make now are, choice is yours. It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with us, nothing to do with... There's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of. You're just not seeing clearly, and you're not allowing yourself to be loved. You're not allowing yourself to step into that possibility because you feel like it's impossible. But you are fucking possible if you just allow yourself to be. And that's what I was trying to say, is go on an adventure. It's literally telling you, go, take that trip. Do it for yourself, for your soul. Heal those traumas. Heal those energies. If you have a negative mindset towards any family members, that's something you need to figure out. It's probably not even fucking true. It's just something that you, again, were programmed to believe from the way that you grew up. But most people are not who they were when they were a child or a teenager, And if you're not going to allow yourself to go reconnect and reintroduce yourself, or allow yourself to be reintroduced to someone else's energy and all that, then you're always going to sit around thinking you're still that teenager. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And there you go. Marijuana would help you right now. Meditate and enjoy. Sounds about right. But teach their own. Keep your discernment. Keep yourself balanced. All right. That was the energy. It was a very long reading. I rambled, I communicated, I connected. I didn't give up on the reading even when it felt negative. I allowed it to come through. Yes, I read the book, but knowledge is power. I do love you all no matter what. Even you who might be watching. I have to go pee. So I'm going to close out this, and I'm going to pull the rest of the spread, and that will possibly be in the extended. Love you, love you, love you. Stay as positive and optimistic and as glowing as you can, from my beautiful soul to yours. I love you, I believe in you, and I will always, always be open to receive you in love, light, and magic. You have the power within you to change and to grow and to be happy and to allow others to be there. Okay. 10622. Bye. Oh, and one last takeaway message from all that is hurt people hurt people. But healed people heal people. Which one do you want to be? Which one do you choose to be? I just have to add that what's coming through my head is, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags up and leave. Don't you dare come running back to me. So, there you go.